this is Chris the Nightmare Real, and you're watching Mr. Boxing Today on YouTube.
Good evening, boxing fans. This is Shawn with BOXINGSOCIALIST.com. Today we got Karceno, and we also have Mr. Boxing Today. If you're not following him on Twitter, make sure you follow him. Today we have Karceno and Mr. Boxing talking about the Alexander Bradley fight. Now, I believe there's a little difference in their opinion who's going to win. Let's first start off with Julian with Mr. Boxing Today. Give us your own take on who you think is going to win, and also the question we asked the other day. Why in Michigan? Why not Vegas? One guy's from St. Louis, the other guy's from California. What have they done better in Vegas? Who do you think is going to win, and will there be a stoppage?
Okay, well, I did 2 videos on this already, but I'm going to go with Timothy Bradley. He reminds me of a smaller Evander Holyfield. He makes things very uncomfortable for a guy like Alexander, because he wants to be slick. Alexander wants to be slick, stick and move. Bradley's not going to have that. And when Alexander gets inside the tie-up, Bradley doesn't let you tie him up. He'll fight his way out of clinches. He will not let a clinch stop him from throwing punches. And when Alexander's out of punching range, from what I see, he just bounces up and down. If you're a fighter, man, that's wasting energy. You don't have to bounce up and down when you're out of punch range like that. I really don't like that about Alexander. Bradley's just a rough fighter. I think he's going to make this fight really rough, real ugly fight. If he thought Katilnik did something, Bradley's really going to do a number on him, man. And as far as the fight being in Michigan, I really don't like that idea. The Silver Dome, that's not a good venue. Maybe even in Connecticut at the Foxwoods would have been good there. Maybe the small room out in the Garden would have been good too. But I guess the price tag was feasible for them, so they went with the Silver Dome. So that's what we're stuck with.
All right, you, Karceno.
And I got Bradley winning by knockout. I got Bradley winning by knockout too.
Okay.
Well, I got the opposite, but he said Bradley reminded him of Holyfield. Well, Devin Alexander looked like one of his kids. Looked like Holyfield's son. But no, I think that
so you got 12.
Yeah. But I think his boxing skill is just far superior than Bradley's. Bradley has proven me wrong in about 3 fights that I could think of. I didn't think he could beat Junior Witter. I had Kendall Holt winning that fight. I had Peterson beating him, and he showed me something in every fight. Like, he always adapt to their style and impose his will in the fight. That about Bradley I like. But Devin Alexander, I think, is just more of a complete boxer. I think he's the sharpest boxer that he's faced, and Bradley's probably the best fighter he's faced. So it's going to be a even test. I don't think it'll be a whitewash, but I think, like, the uppercut, if Bradley sets himself up and leaves himself open because he throws a lot of looping punches, he's not really a pure boxer. He's more like a brawler. And sometimes these things are off balance, and he leads with his head. And right. Alexander is a mean right uppercut. Just like he caught Urango with that punch, he's going to catch Bradley with that punch. That's the punch that Kendall Holt dropped him with twice in that fight.
Right, you're right.
Caught him with that uppercut there.
Right.
So I'm taking Devin knockout with the uppercut, too, in like the 9th round.
Okay, my thing is this. If we're going to talk about the Holt fight, we got to talk about both sides. Yes, he did get dropped with a nasty right uppercut. It was nasty. But he got up and he walked Kendall Holt down. It was pretty much like he never got knocked down. That's when I was so surprised. Like, damn, he was pretty much knocked out, man, until he hit the canvas. The canvas woke his ass back up. He got up and walked Kendall Holt down. Then
in that 12th round, he got racked again. And he got him in the 12th.
So are you saying that if there was another round, there's a possibility Bradley might have got stopped? How badly do you think he was hurt?
No, he wouldn't got stopped. He was still okay when he got up after the 12, but those are two rounds he lost. That was 10-8. That's 4 rounds there. And then that fight should have been a draw, or I think Holt won. But Bradley did what he had to do, going to the body on Kendall Holt. He really broke him down and stopped Holt from putting on the attack that he wanted to get him out of there. Holt couldn't get him out of there because he was tearing up Kendall Holt's body. That's shocking. You know, the body punches he was throwing on Ken Holmes was shocking. He took the wind out of him. So he couldn't really set and plant and get Bradley out of there. So Bradley knows how to fight when he's in danger.
All right.
You know, he just adjusts. The Peterson fight showed me a lot.
One thing I look at when I break down fighters, you guys, is I do a lot of, I break down the psychological thing, the mental warfare. I just think Bradley is willing to go through hell, man. Alexander, I mean, he's a fighter. Of course he'll go through hell. But Bradley, I mean, when you watch him, doesn't just look like this dude's ready to go through hell to get this victory.
Right.
And that's what I like about him. And I think that would be the X factor, man. But that's just me. I mean, Alexander, of course he'll go through hell. The dude has, you know, unified 2 titles. So, of course, he'll go through, you know, a lot. But I think Bradley's willing to go through more. Gashes, cuts, knots. You know, I think he's ready to go through war to get this victory.
All right, I'll tell you what. Let's
on both sides.
All right, let's switch.
It's 50-50. Go ahead.
All right, let's switch gears real quick. Start with you, Julian. I'm going to throw one out there on you. Nonito Donaire versus Montiel. Is anybody stopping Nonito Donaire at 118 pounds? And should he move up to 122 to face Wilfredo Vasquez Jr.?
Ooh, man. You already know Neil Donaire is a featherweight masquerading as a bantamweight, man. Come on now. We all know that. This dude look like, I mean, he's 5'7". He's not huge, but he is big for that weight class.
Right.
I think he's going to stop Montiel, man. I think he's going to stop him. I think he's going to stop him. Because Montiel comes in with his hands down, his footwork. He'll actually walk, like literally walk into his opponent, like left, right, left, like walk into his opponent with his hands down. Because he has, you know, exceptional hand speed against the level of guys that he was fighting. But if Donaire fights tall and doesn't try to experiment like he did his last fight where he tried to fight southpaw, I don't know if you guys caught that. He fought southpaw his last fight, Donaire did.
He does that
just experiment, but he won't do that against Montiel.
He will.
You think so?
That's how he fights. That's how he fights. You can't figure out his style because he really has no style. Nonito Donaire is the most like adaptable freestyle fighter there is. He's not conventional at all. He's all over the place. But it could get him in trouble with somebody who's experienced. But these guys are too small to do something about him. That's why I said if he was in the bantamweight tournament, he would have won it.
Sure.
Hands down.
All right. But Julian, you avoided part of that question. Wilfredo Vasquez Jr., 122.
Okay.
Can Nonito beat him?
Yeah. Vasquez Jr. to me is still coming up. I mean, he's still coming up. Donaire will beat him, man. Donaire pretty much needs a fight at featherweight is what I'm saying. I think he can compete with some of the lower tier guys right now. I think in another year or two, he'll be dominant at featherweight in my eyes. Vasquez Jr., man, Donaire knock him out.
Okay. Let's back up. Let's just jump to 126. Right now, 126. Could he beat Juan Ma or Gamboa? Right now.
Right now, no. Right now, no.
Why?
I don't think so. Gamboa just a little bit too strong, hand speed. I think he'll overwhelm Donaire. I think it'll be a good fight, but I think he'll overwhelm Donaire. I think he'll have a better chance of fighting maybe Wama instead of Gamboa, in my opinion. Just because Wama won't go for the kill like Gamboa will, and I don't think he will be able to overwhelm Donaire. Gamboa with his hand speed, I think he'll be able to overwhelm him.
All right, Karceno?
I disagree. I think that plays better into his favor of a fight. He does well against guys that go for the kill, like Big Darchin goes in for the kill. Gamboa's the same way. Zero defense and comes in and he's been dropped before. But he hasn't been dropped by guys that's really bigger than him. And Nonito Donaire and he's a great counterpuncher. That's how he gets all his knockouts, counterpunches. He'll set him up for a counter and he'll put Gamboa to sleep. I think his size and the way he punches, because he's smart, he'll set traps for Gamboa and get him out of there. The size factor with Walmart would be the difference. That's the problem with him. He'll catch Walmart too. I think he beats both of them. I really do, because I think he's smarter.
Right now, though, the question right now, see, I think he can beat Gamboa. Not just the question was right now. Right now, I think he can do it. Maybe in another 2 years, probably. But right now, I don't think he could be either one of those guys. Right now, today, I don't think he could.
All right, let me ask y'all guys this. Let me switch real quick. I'm reading a quick article by Mark Vester with Boxing Scene. It says Top Rank has an option to promote Mosley's next fight. Quote from Aaron: "There is no rematch clause, but I have an option on Mosley. Mosley is somebody not to be taken lightly. Mosley is a very dangerous fighter. He hasn't been knocked out. To get this fight, do you feel Sugar Shane Mosley sold out? And I mean, honestly, let's go back to the Don King days. Don King made it bad. Anytime he purposely made sure that if his fighter loses, he got you for the next 2 or 3 fights and you weren't getting paid that much. He paid you great, but you weren't giving your fair share. But both of y'all made money, so you really couldn't complain. Aram's the same way. You first, Julian.
Well, with Don King, man, he's Mr. Trickeration. I mean, that dude has so many tricks up his sleeve. I don't see why some fighters even sign with him. But as far as Mosley and getting options on Mosley, look, man, you said, did he sell out? No, I think he cashed in. Shit, he left Golden Boy to get this fight. Golden Boy in Top Rank, all this beef, and money wants the cage. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He ain't trying to hear all this argument, man. He wants the cash. His career's coming to an end. He's trying to get the mega fight. And he still has a fighter's heart, man. That's one thing I will give Shane. He does have a fighter's heart. He does want to win the fight, and he does want to fight the best. But this was just about money, man. I think he just ditched Golden Boy just to get this fight solo because, you know, Golden Boy at Top Rank is beefing. He just wants some money.
Okay. Well, who do you think is going to win?
Oh, I got Manny Pacquiao beating Shane Mosley by decision. Mosley keeps his hand down too low. He's real jittery. He doesn't throw anything closely, remotely to a jab. He would get hit with 3 and 4 punch combinations all night. Pacquiao get hit too because he likes to go against the ropes and, you know, pat his glove to show you that he's not hurt. I don't like that about him. This isn't, you know, fight night round 3. You don't have to prove how tough you are by getting hit in the jaw. You should move your damn head. But if he keeps his hands up and stay in that southpaw stance, and at least try to move from side to side and use angles, he'll be all right. But don't stand against the rope and give Mosley opportunity to hit you, man. Because that's the only opportunity he has is for Manny to get it against the ropes and to keep his hands down.
Karceno?
Well, I look at it like this. You know Bob's going to get options on Shane. That's why he even has the fight. So in case Shane does win, you know, you got to protect yourself. You're not going to leave yourself open. Shane does win, Bob, he's going to definitely put him in with Cotto or someone else, but he's got options on his fight because Shane can sell tickets when you put him with another star. Shane is, he's not on the A side, he's always the B side in every fight that he's ever been in. He's always the guy that helped facilitate a great fight because when people see Shane Mosley, especially in California, like the Staples Center or any place like that, they know him, you know. Pomona, anywhere. He's like Mr. California, him and Austin. Like, they need his statue outside of the Staples with Austin.
Right.
But in this fight, you know, I think Manny will win, but he has to punch his chance because Manny never been punched as hard as Shane Mosley can punch him. You know, so we'll definitely see the difference.
All right.
And, you know, Shane Mosley knocked
There's just
out.
one thing with me, man. Not to cut you off, Karceno, but
Yeah.
I just hope Mosley has more of a game plan than I'm going to hit you with the big right hand. Because that's bullshit, man. That's the only thing he's been doing is I'm going to hit you with the big right hand. That's it. There's no jab. There's no combination. There's no going to the body. Nothing.
Well, see, the problem is with Floyd, he couldn't do it. You see, when we watch the fight on TV, it's a lot different than when you're in the ring and what you can see and what you can't see. Because we'll be like, man, throw the punch. But fighters don't throw punches if they don't see a target to hit. And what Floyd does is he shields up the spots that you can hit. And he shields it with his gloves so you really can't see. And he'll dip low whenever you think you're ranging it. He dips with it. See, people don't understand when they just do the shoulder roll. It's not just this. He leans, he tilts, he dips down, he comes back up. It's all different type of moves he does in the ring with the shoulder roll that throws you off, and throws feints with his gloves that throw you off and keep you from punching. He'll turn his glove, you know, shoulder gesture. He does all these different feints to keep you still. And get your emotions to where you're at his rhythm of the fight. And that's why people punch output is real low when they fight him. It's not that, he's not getting hit, they're not throwing him. And they're like, man, why they not throwing? Because they don't have a target to see. But with Manny Pacquiao, that doesn't exist. He's all open. So it's a free ballpark. So he can be a little wild. He can just go for the big right hand.
Okay.
You can just